Game of the Week presents Lacrosse, the Chicago Area Championship between Evanston and Loyola here from Wilmette, Illinois. Hello again, welcome. It's going to be a good one. Lacrosse, as you've seen throughout the spring, has been an exciting sport. We've seen a lot of goals, a lot of action, and it's always been exciting. And Lacrosse Championships is even better. Between Evanston and Loyola, we're going to find out more about these two teams. We've seen Loyola once before. We haven't seen Evanston yet, but it should be interesting to talk a little bit about them and see how they play their game. And Randy Main is joining us once again. And Randy, let's talk about Evanston first. We know that they have a balanced attack, and they got some pretty big guys on their team.
They've got some pretty big guys, and their coach was telling me right before the game about how good their defense is. One of their defensemen made first team all-conference, and another one who made honorable mention, who his coach believes should have been right up there with the first team also.
How about the Evanston goalie? That's always the most important part, and the #1 spot on the field, as well as his number #1.
Well, I haven't seen him play, but he too has made the senior all-star game for this year's high school league. However, his coach also has a lot to say about his goalie. He's very good.
We also know that one of their big guys, Doyle Cockerell, is also a football player going to Minnesota on a full ride in the basketball scholarship. Pretty impressive.
Well, I guess we might see some good hitting out of him, eh?
Well, on the other side, we've seen Loyola. We've seen that we described them as the Los Angeles Lakers of lacrosse. They get up and down the field fast, and they don't waste any time to score.
They really do move the ball well. Their whole offense is based upon the fast break and really getting the ball in the goal quickly without a lot of time spent setting up an organized offense. No team really has been very successful at stopping them. However, one team has beaten them, and that is this Evanston team. And I think what happened is they took some of their fast break out of their game. Well,
we've also seen early in the so far, just in the warm-ups, we've seen a little psych job by Evanston. Evanston lining up right at the midfield line to do their warm-ups and kind of stalking Loyola.
Well, that's interesting that Loyola really shouldn't consider it. I'm sorry, Evanston should not consider itself in a position to intimidate Loyola. Loyola can hit with the best of them. However, Evanston is a very emotional team, and if they get themselves pumped up just right, there may be no stopping them.
Well, Evanston finished 7-5 in the regular season, won the two games in the tournament, so they're 9-5 right now. Loyola, on the other hand, is 12-1. They've had pretty much an easy ride. They had a bye in the first round and a pretty easy victory in the second round. So on par, seeing what these two teams have gone up against up to this point, it looks like Evanston's had a tougher time, but they've been able to overcome their adversities.
It does seem that way. It's great that they're here. It was an upset for them to beat Glenbrook North 11-7 2 nights ago. I would have expected to see Glenbrook North in this game, the two teams that we did earlier in the year. However, Evanston, when they have a good day, they're a great team, and as we already do know, they can beat Loyola.
Well, we've always enjoyed bringing you lacrosse, and it has gotten better and better every year. And we've gotten better at talking about it and covering it as well. So it's going to be a great championship. Sit back and enjoy. We're going to be right back after this.
Evans, the furrier you've grown.
Ready to go here at Loyola Academy High School here in Wilmette. And it's going to be a good game. These two teams, as Randy mentioned in the open, Loyola only losing once, and that was to Evanston. Evanston has lost its share of the games throughout the season, 5 total. But again, I think come tournament time, if you're hot, you're a tough team to beat.
That's really true, and we talked in the pregame show about Evanston being a very excitable and emotional team, and if they can get up and slow down Loyola's fast break game, they'll get themselves very excited, and it'll start to feed on itself, and you'll see a great game.
You can see both teams lining up there, getting we'll have 3 officials instead of the normal one. You can see the goalie, number 44, is going to be in the goal today for Loyola. That is a change right before game time. We asked Bill Hartman if he was starting, and he didn't even know. And Bill Hartman had a great game against Glenbrook North.
Well, he said to us that he's been in a little bit of a slump, so he's been splitting the games with Sean Degnan, number 44, who's starting. So we'll see if Sean has a tough start. I'm sure you'll see. I'm sure you'll see the other goalie come in, but we'll see how Sean does to get it started.
Take a look there at the kids on their side of the. For Evanston, that should be watch some of their defensive kids, which will be an interesting matchup. And on the Loyola side, with Degnan in the goal, as you can see there, the Ramblers. Keep an eye, of course, we saw some great games out of Snyder. And Targent, of course, is a kid that's really been having a great season. And also Butler had a good season. Right off the bat, here comes Evanston.
Evanston wins the faceoff.
John Harris gives it up to Ian Lang.
Evanston is normally a pretty hard-hitting ball team. Loyola is also known for some hard hitting. This all around should be a pretty high contact game.
John Harris is a big kid. I mean, tall wise, they've got they're big kids on the defensive side. And when you get down on the defensive side, you get a shot on goal, bounced off. Looked like it might have caught a piece of the goal.
Here's where the game's won and lost on ground balls like that. Who comes up with the loose ball? This time it's Evanston.
Great hit there in the back. Behind the net now, Evanston will set it up again. Unable to handle it. Both of them, good hit. Goes out of play, it's going to continue to be
Just leave it. I'm not going
Evanston ball.
Out of bounds, out of Loyola's stick. That's Evanston's ball.
Ben Bernick, number 33. We're going to do our best to give you the Evanston numbers and the kids because in the program they don't have any numbers. So we're going to try and pick them up as we go and kind of see what we can do here. Loose ball and finally.
Surely by later in the game we'll have names and numbers put together. Number 88, who just handled the ball for Evanston, he's an all-conference defenseman.
Tarjan wide open, gives it up. Oh, almost be able to get off the shot for Loyola. Was Tom Cavanaugh not able to as he got his stick whack.
Super defensive play by goalie Kevin Clark. He stepped out and made the check when, had he let the shot take place, saving it would have been very low odds. He was much better off going out and preventing the shot from even being taken.
Went out and went after it. Curtis Walters, number 00. Fraction is going to be called on Loyola, I believe, yes.
3 referees working the game today. That's not normal. We have a bench referee since this is a championship game, and the bench referee is going to catch the guy standing at the midfield line who accidentally stepped on that white line, which is all you got to do to go offsides.
We've seen that several times. The guys come down field full speed. They got to put the brakes on.
That's right.
It's like a wall there. You got to stop. So a man advantage for Evanston.
A bench referee is going to make sure that all the substitutions are done properly as well.
Right in front of the goal. Knocked away, though. Got his stick hit. That was Curtis.
It's a shot by Ben Bernick.
Ben Bernick, rather. There's Ben Bernick right on the goal. Great save by Degnan.
Terrific save by Degnan. The shot was low right into his feet. Not a good clearing pass there.
Did not clear it well at all. And now everyone just kind of hanging around, and now there's going to be a push on Evanston.
That's a loose ball push against Evanston. Had there been possession, there would have been a 30-second penalty against the perpetrator. However, it'll just be Loyola ball.
Well, the Evanston Wildcats came plowing in there. Right upfield, lost control of it. Still loose underneath them. Trying to pick it up. Picks it up again, and he's off and running. That's number 23, Ryan Snyder.
Snyder's a great player.
Yeah, good quick player. There's Butler. Butler gets plastered. Loses it and picked up by Evanston. Evanston, we're seeing the trademark of Evanston right off the bat is that they're going to play tough and hard.
That wasn't even one of their biggest kids putting on that good hit there.
Back out, number 6, John Harris. Working it around Evanston. Boy, they've had some openings in the middle. Shot wide.
Nice shot by Ian Lang. I think if he gets a few more opportunities like that, he'll put it in the cage.
Back in play, number 15, Ian Lang.
I'm sorry, that shot earlier was by Curtis Walters, 00.
Walters with the ball now. Shoots it way high. And again, Evanston will be able to control it.
I don't think you saw him on your shot there, but Curtis Walters wasn't happy with that shot. He took it all, and as he shouldn't be, because he was too far out to take it. The goalie would see it the whole way in, and he just let a soft one go over the whole goal. Fortunately, Evanston was backing up the cage, so they get the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot when they're the closest.
He really didn't get anything on that. It just kind of floated out there. Look in the middle is Harris.
Warding off.
And Harris is going to be called for it, and they'll turn it over.
Warding off is when you use your free hand to deflect the check of the defensive player. You can hold it out in a stationary position, but you cannot actively move your arm away from your body to deflect the check from the defensive player. That's what happens. You lose possession of the ball.
Here comes Snyder upfield. Snyder. Yeah, that's going to be an offside. Nope.
It's okay for your stick to go down on the ground offsides. If any part of your body touches, you're offsides. Ryan Snyder's a fast player. Did he have some body over the line?
Way over.
Oh,
way over.
Sorry. I missed it. And apparently the referee did too.
Yeah, because that was certainly something that I was just keeping an eye on it, just because you had mentioned that they would be watching it closer, and he definitely got away with a good one. Ooh, boy, Harris just came over and went after that. Nailed it. Still loose, still on the ground. And finally, it's going to be the Wildcats coming up with it again.
Wildcats seem to be coming up with a better percentage of the ground balls right here, although I have to say I think both teams are kind of standing around a little bit when they see the ball loose. Now it's Loyola's turn to get a ground ball. Loose ball push called against Loyola. It'll be Evanston ball.
Some substitutions for Evanston. They bring on some new guys.
You heard that horn. When they blow that horn, that tells the referee to hold up play while they complete a substitution.
Joshua Eckel, one of these senior all-stars, checking into the game. Chris Herbert, number 45, in the game also.
Loose ball in front of the cage. Evanston really coming up with those ground balls today.
Degnan is getting a workout here in the first quarter of play. Once again, Lacrosse plays 4 quarters, 4 12-minute quarters, similar to basketball, but NBA quarters.
These are high school rules to play 12 quarters. College and club teams play 15-minute quarters.
Trying to make a move to get in the inside, but not able to do it. Now he's got a whole crowd all over him. That's Joshua Eckel. Finally sprints out of there. Gives it up. Evanston now once again keeping the pressure on. They have not let up. And we're already at 6:14 to go. Oh, right in front of the goal. Score right in front of the goal by number 2.
Fernando Ferrer.
Fernando Ferrer with the first goal of the game.
Very nice goal. Good feed from the attackman that took the ball down behind the goalie's left. We're going to take a look at it right here. Oh, we missed the feed. However, it's a good handle and shot by number 2, Fernando Ferrer. Maybe a little later we can get a look at that goal again from a little bit earlier point and see how the feed came from the player before who really made the play.
6:10 to go in the first quarter, and it's 1-0 Evanston. Loyola again had the best record in the league, first place. Evanston was in 3rd place overall in the regular season. Glenbrook North in 2nd, Lake Forest in 4th, and those are the teams that were in the Final 4.
I want to point out that Loyola is not used to trailing, although it is only 1-0, and it still is early. Evanston has been dominating in a couple aspects of this game today, and I think with Evanston's propensity for getting very emotional when they have momentum, and Loyola not being used to being behind, this could be a very different game than we've seen all year out of both clubs.
Joe Sabbath, number 22 in the ball game, on the offensive end as well for Evanston Wildcats.
Ball and out of bounds out of the Evanston player's stick. It'll be Loyola. They'll be clearing the ball now.
And of course, the Evanston head coach is Neil Caleb, and the Loyola head coach Mike Foyer.
You can see him in yellow at the top of your screen there as he's moving off to the left in the picture.
Both coaches work the sidelines pretty well. He's got so much room to cover. Oh, good hit. So he just coughed it up there. That was Pat Andino.
Good clear by 18, Peter Doherty, who gave it up to Andino, who subsequently lost it for him, but now he's going to get a chance to reprieve himself and pick up that ground ball.
Doherty,
I'm sorry, that's John Nemeshai who picked up the ground ball.
Still loose and a good pickup.
Doherty.
In the crease, I believe.